I think it's important that we're not just going to these competitions to compete. As Africans, we must go there, so not to make numbers, we must go there to compete. But also, we're coming from a base whereby we also need exposure for our football. We need the people of New York, we need the people of Miami to see what we can offer as Africans. So I think our participation in this global event is so important. How far we will go, I think 90 minutes is football is magic. And 90 minutes is magic. We saw with AFCON that there are no small teams or big teams. Anyone can beat anybody. In the World Cup, nobody gives Morocco a chance against Spain. No one gives Morocco a chance against Portugal. But something happens. I think the other year, no one gives a chance to Greece to win the Euro. They win. No one gives Iceland a chance. The football is changing. I have high expectations that our teams are going to represent us very well. And where they finish, there are 32 teams there. And there's going to be the final. And the CAF president, Dr. Motsepe, has told me that he wants to go to the final.
Hopefully involving an African team.
Inshallah, my friend.
Let's not forget the Women's Africa Cup of Nations is coming up in just a minute. Again, exact in time for women from the continent. We've seen the qualifiers; they were absolutely cutthroat. Big shots fell on the way. Unfortunately, some teams that wanted to be there, regulars who have been there before, not going. Debutants coming to this competition.
I mean, I think you've got to look at what happened in New Zealand and Australia at the FIFA World Cup, Women's World Cup. And you see the performance of the African teams. South Africa narrowly losing. Nigeria losing on penalties. You see Morocco, the performance they had. Not so long ago, until about 2 months or 3 months ago, the most expensive player in the world was from Africa. Women. And the Zambian team at the moment, the strength. The Nigerian team with Asisat and all those other players, the South Africans with Tembi Khatlana and a lot of all those players, the Moroccan teams and their organization. And then you've got a number of these African countries that are coming up. I think the women's AFCON is growing in strength in Africa. It's becoming a very strong competition thanks to the investment of some of our partners, including Total Energies, Visa. The prize money of women's AFCON has increased by 150% because women football is not a second thought for African football, for the president of CAF, Dr. Motsepe. He's made it very clear, Dr. Motsepe, that the success of women's football is at the center of this. Not only saying this, but in his first year, he introduced the Women's Champions League for teams in Africa to compete. The net effect of this is that you see the Congolese football with Chipi Mazembe. You see the Moroccan football with Asfa, with Casablanca, with Sportive. You see the South African football with Mamelodi Sundowns. You see the Cote d'Ivoire, Ivorian football with Stade Abidjan. And the team in Kenya, there was a team from Kenya that participated, I think about Vipers, that participated in the Women's Champions League. This is going to improve football in Kenya, women's football in Kenya at the same time. So the strategy of CAF is also centered on the development and growth of women's football. I think it's important that we're not just going